Thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you enjoyed it, if you felt it was useful. Now let's get into this. So, what we're doing today, we're doing a repeat of a video I done a couple of months ago. This is best channels on YouTube and boxing. Now, bear in mind, right, I took snippets of a couple of these channels, took screenshots. When I done it the first time, I done it in an audio format, but audio is gone on this channel. We don't do audios anymore. Right, it's all face to face, apart from the live streams, right? It's kind of podcasty format. So apart from them, it's face to face. You know, me and my iPhone, right? So we're going to stick snippets of their channels in over me occasionally. You're going to get the gist of it, right? Some channels you'll have heard of, definitely, right? Some you may not have heard of. Some channels that I'm sure we all have a similar fan base. I'm definitely going to leave some channels out, right? But I will do a part 2, and I promise that I will do a part 2. Just because there are loads of good channels out there that I watch, loads of good channels that live stream, and God almighty, people, I am going to struggle to get them. Like, I don't want to have the video going too long because I want to go running after this. That's going to be a job of a time trying to edit the video as well. So I don't want to keep it too long. So I'm going to name the ones in this video now. All right. So people, we're going to get into this. So as I'm probably sure some of you will know, slightly different angle. Here is not the... Yeah, there was a few things that came up when I was originally set to start filming the first part, so I had to come back to it, but now we're officially getting into this. So, get into this list here, right? Best channels on YouTube. Now, what I want to say about this, okay, before I start getting into it, there are so many good channels out there, right? And I don't want to have this video dragging on so long, so as I said, I will do a part 2. If there's names I forgot, like Beats, Richard Dwyer, you know, UCTV, people like that, I forgot about them. No, not forgot about them, but I say forgot about them. They're part 2, right? Because I know people, I've seen people comment on a post I put earlier. They were like saying, you know, this guy, like Rummy's Corner, Porky's Pocket. Yep, great channels. They're next time, you know. But I want to get as many in this as I can without it being, you know, way long. And the first one I did, as I said, I wasn't doing it. I was just doing audio. So it's a lot easier to edit than this will be, because I'm having to make another set, a lot of things, right? We're going to get into this. So we're going to get into this first off on screen as I'm talking. Unrivaled Boxing Talking News. Mark, I mean, where do you even start with how good he is? Where do you even start with how much entertainment you get on that channel? You know, I've been on several live streams on the panel. I love that. I love being on that panel, you know. I don't always have time to do it. I don't always... Sometimes when I'm, like, in his live chat, it's not, like, I'm not at home. I'm not at any equipment and stuff like that, so I physically can't get on the panel. But I always love being on that. I just love just engaging with some of the guys, you know, when he has guys like me and Del on him. I'm going to shout now in a sec. It's just so much fun. Like, he does good stuff. He's so knowledgeable about boxing. It's just... It blows your mind. He was doing the boxing quiz for a while. I didn't get a chance to get on that, actually. I was upset about that because I actually enjoyed that boxing quiz he was doing with several guys, because, you know, it's a good chance to get your knowledge out there, and, you know, it was fun listening to. It was fun listening to. So, Mark Unrivaled Boxing. I mean, many people would follow me and him. So, I know a lot of people would have already, you know, have probably us both in their sub feeds. But if you haven't already, go and check out Unrivaled Boxing. Oh, and I will be leaving links in the description to all these channels below. Right? Because it's all well and good to put their, like, a heading or a little snippet of their channel, you know, in the video. But just so you can find them. And it's not that hard to find. But I'll leave links in the description. Okay? And staying with Mark, we got Spuddy's Boxing Cobbles. Now, people, for those who haven't subscribed, he's only got a little over 100. With Spuddy, fresh out of rehab, you know, he's easing his way in. He's giving his predictions on things, you know. Spuddy, a knowledgeable guy, you know. Hashtag Spud Squad. You know, I've got hashtag G-Man's Rocks. He has hashtag Spud Squad. Spuddy's Boxing Cobbles. I don't even think I need to say any more than that. All right. Next up, Blue Collar Sports TV. Del, I mean, me and him do very similar. We're very similar in our we're very similar in a lot of ways. Like, even in the way we think is very similar. You know, me and him have conversations on, you know, Mark's stream, on some of his streams, and we're very similar in terms of how we think about things, how we see things. He is brilliant. He will do previews and predictions of so many fights that you didn't even know were happening. You'll see his preview and predictions going in there, and I love watching them. I love just hearing his 2 cents on it, because this is the thing about me, right? And this is the thing I like about these guys as well, because I've got to know some of these guys, obviously not in person, I mean, Dell lives in the UK and stuff like that, but we can agree to disagree and we can keep it respectful. I might say something that he might not agree with, he might say something that I don't agree with, but we're not jumping down each other's throats. We're not trying to be this domineering voice and being like, you say that, you're a what. It's none of that goes on with a lot of these guys. That's one of the reasons why I like Dell. Like me, he does live streams easily at least once a week. I try and get one in a week as well. And then he does his, as I said, his post-fight reviews, his just boxing news, predictions, does a lot of predictions, does a lot of good stuff. He's a bit like me. We're both kind of snowballing after the Dylan White-Povetkin fight, and we're getting our numbers back to where they were pre-lockdown, which is good, because my subscription went downhill when boxing stopped, and now we're getting back to where we were before all the madness, which I think other channels are getting that way as well. So I'm bigging up Dell. We got other channels. We got also Speak Your Mind Sports Talk D over in America. Sometimes when he's live streaming, I'll be in work, or I just can't get into it. And when I say I can't get into it, I don't mean as though he's talking about bad things. It's just I physically just can't, because I'm in work or I'm doing something. But whenever I do get a chance to get in, I love listening to his opinion on boxing. I love listening to some of his live streams. Today is a Friday. It's going to go up on a Saturday probably, because it's late in the day now. I was hoping to get this up today, but it ain't going to happen. I was in his live stream. I think it was morning in America, but it was about 4 o'clock Irish time. Literally got me over the hump. I was listening to that for a good hour. He was talking about, several topics, like Charlo and all, Rosario. Got me over the hour. Speak Your Mind Sports. Just another excellent channel. Just these guys, I just can't speak any more highly of them. I think people say to me that, G-Man, you should have more subs, and they're going to come. I think some of these guys as well, these deserve more subs. We all do. We all put in the work, and we're all passionate about boxing. But what I like about watching these is that, as I said already about Dell and about Mark as well, we can agree to disagree on things. It's not like you go to one of their chats and it's one opinion and that's it. I'm not that type of person. I'm never one to force my opinion on others. If I don't agree with something you say, that's fine. If you ask me to state my case, I'll state my case. But at the end of the day, we're both human beings. We have a working mind. You should be able to think for yourself and not have to worry about, what said person is thinking or what this person says. That's up there for a reason. And that's what I like about all these guys. We can agree to disagree with a lot of their channels. And it's not that I want to go in there and agree to disagree, but they might say something, but hang on a second, I think you could be wrong there. And there's no arrogance about it. There's no ego, because ego plays a large part, and there's none of that. Well, that's another reason why I like all these guys. Now, I'm going to name a channel which I'm sure many of you will know. And that, of course, is Ade Oladipo, Box Talk with Ade. So much good things to say about him. The help he's given me pretty much since day one has been, I'm in debt to the guy, and I look to him as inspiration. Not necessarily because his channel is, it's a massive channel. It's 20,000 subscribers, 20 plus thousand, nearly 25,000. That is inspiration, but to see what he's done in the world of journalism, because that is the road I want to go down, in the world of journalism. That is where I see myself. I don't see myself doing what I do now in, office admin. That's paying the bills, right? That's keeping my head above water. But in terms of long-term plan, no. That ain't the long-term plan. Hell no. When I look at Ade, and I've listened to him on TalkSport before, and it's not even the Sky. It's the fact he's on TalkSport and Sky, and this. I'm just thinking that is where I aspire to be. I want to be like that. I want to be able to be on a show like that. And even though on TalkSport you talk about football a lot, on Sky you talk about football a lot, at the end of the day, you are getting paid to speak about a sport, right? Where there are most people who are getting paid to do a job they hate. You know, they're going in there at 9 o'clock every morning, dreading the thought, looking at the clock, hoping 5 o'clock comes. You know, no. You know, for now, I'm in that zone, but that ain't gonna be forever. And I look at Ade, I thank him for all he's given me, and you know, I've been over to him. You know, it's nice over in London, I gotta say, and that was just before all this went on, all the madness. But I can't big Ade up enough, and I'm sure most people would know who he is and they would have subscribed to him already. But you know, if you haven't, definitely give him a go. Here's a channel that some of you may not have heard of. It's a guy called Chris Andre. There, he's got 500, a little over 500 subs, from London. Very good, very knowledgeable. You know, he doesn't post that frequently, right? But that's not a knock. You know, when he does post, very knowledgeable, very good insight. Definitely recommend Chris Andre. You know, he started posting videos there, you know, back after a couple of months breaks. So I got to big him up and, you know, go over and give him a look at. You know, let's help him get, if he's in the mid of 500, let's try and get him close to 600. All right. And I always try and it's the small channels, the ones who haven't hit 1,000. You know, they're the ones who are working. They're working hard, right? They are working hard. Another channel who's not hit 1,000 is the Boxing Lowdown. Love his videos. When he was interviewing fans after fights, obviously we don't get to see that now because there is no fans, but it's an idea, you know. At the end of the day, you need to think outside the box here. You know, I have so many ideas for what I want to do on this channel, as well as, you know, interview fights. Now, I've interviewed fighters before on this channel, but I'm not gonna tell, I haven't done it yet, but I have some ideas, and one of them I'm definitely going to do. You know, it's going to take a lot of editing to do said idea and a lot more research, but I have an idea for this channel, and I suppose it's not thinking outside the box necessarily like what Daryl did, but like interviewing fans, but it's something different. So stay tuned for that. But as I said, Boxing Lowdown, I got to big up Daryl. You know, he's just at 650, so you know he's on the right side of 500 in terms of getting to 1,000. So hopefully he can get to it soon. Hopefully this does him a little bit of help in getting them closer to it. So again, big up to him. Okay, I think we're nearing the end of this because I have these saved on here because I was hoping to memorize these off. What ain't not going to happen, right? Hatman Strikes Back. I have listened to Hatman for years and years and years. How many years is it? 5 years. 5, 6, maybe it's 6 years. Maybe it's even longer than that. But I've been listening to him for so long. Always love his videos. And obviously, I love his videos on boxing. I love his podcast on Patreon as well. We would be very similar in our, well, I say similar, like we've similar minds. But again, this is another thing. Certain things he would do, you know, his stance on certain things, I might have a different stance. Now, in terms of, you know, specific subjects, a lot of stuff we'd agree on. But how maybe he would handle a situation if you're dealing with someone, I would probably handle it different in most cases. But again, you can agree to disagree. Alright, and that's what I like about Hatman. And knowledgeable about boxing, knowledgeable about many, many, many things. You know, I've told this story before, and I will tell it again. And I think I told this on live streams more so than I've told it on videos actually. But someone in my life suggested me to this podcast that they listen to. Alright, I ain't gonna name the guy. No one should listen to him. He's an idiot at the highest order. Alright, no one should listen to this guy. I'm not even gonna name. I'm not even gonna hinder this channel by naming said guy on it. Right? I listened to the guy for about 5 minutes, and my blood was boiling listening to the guy. And I went and put Hatman's podcast on, and bear in mind, right, this guy was trying to come across as smart, and he wasn't. Right? And in one sentence, I think Hatman was speaking about governance, and he was saying governments, not government, governance, not governments. And I was thinking, you know what? In one sentence, he showed me more than said person showed in, you know, 5-10 minutes of him trying to sound smart when he clearly wasn't. Right? And I think Mark will probably know who I'm talking about because I mentioned the guy, unfortunately, on my channel before, but it's a mainstream kind of guy, and getting angry. I was thinking about. Last but not least, Troll Network. I like Troll Network. You know, I like some of the content he puts out. He's a funny guy, does some good stuff. I like him. I like him. Go and give him a subscribe. He doesn't actually have his subscribers listed, at least not on the one I got. So, I'm not actually sure how many he actually has. Maybe, I know he watches some of these videos, so if he wants to come down and comment how many he has, he's perfectly within his right to do it. But I'm not going to hazard a guess. I don't know how many subscribers he has, but won't hinder him. Let's get him up for a few more. You know, he puts up some good content. You know, I'm just looking at it here. He's got Alexander Usyk, message for fans, Amir Khan tapping out, Fish Eyes the musical. People, Fish Eyes the musical. So, you know, Troll Network, big him up. That's really it. Like, as I said, like, there's channels I've missed, but I don't know how long I've been talking for. So I don't want this video to go to, because I'm going to have to be editing this, and, you know, I'm going to edit the movies in, which is going to take a while. It's going to take a while. But those are some of the channels that I like. Like I said, there's plenty more channels that I do watch. There's so many good content creators out there, you know. And, you know, it's funny, right, because it's weird. When I started YouTube, right, I wanted to make some videos and just see what happened, you know, not thinking, you know, in like a little over a year, well, nearly 2 years now, that I'd have, you know, 2,000, you know, 200 subscribers and growing, you know. I didn't think that, and a lot of people say that, but I really genuinely didn't think that. But as well as that, I never would have thought I'd meet so many good people. You know, I've never met them in person. Well, I've met Addy in person, but I've met so many good people from YouTube. I think that's something that I heavily underestimated. Like, how many people you meet who actually want to help you and share your same opinions and actually want to drive you, you know. I don't mean that in a bad way, in the sense of, you know, you're driven to be better than that guy. It's not like you want to be better, but, you know, you want to push everyone else along. So, well, I've met some good people. I've had good laughs with these guys, and, you know, long may it continue. I hope, you know, I mean, in a couple of years' time, we're all still here. We're all still successful. We've all still grown, and we can all keep that integrity. You know, I hope that happens for all of us. People I've named out here, and others as well. I hope we all keep that. So, you know, I'm going to call it quits here in this video. Like I said, people, I hope you enjoyed it. Links for all these channels in the description, and you go and subscribe to all of them if you haven't already. People, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button. Really helps me out. Comment below if there's anyone I missed. A Troll Network is listed, and comment below how many subs you have if you want. As always, people, peace. I will talk to you. Stay safe.